Hi guys, welcome back, or if you're new, hello, my name is Nadia, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how to network as a shy person, or really, these are just good networking tips in general. Personally for me, I am an introvert. It is hard for me to start a conversation with someone I don't know. I can be very quiet in social situations. However, that is not good when you are going to a networking event. So I wanted to give you guys my tips that I've learned along the way as a shy person, and also I think these are just good networking tips in general, even if you are an extrovert. But before I get started on my 5 tips for networking, I want to tell you guys about my friend Amy Clark's ebook, Find Work in Film. She recently released this ebook. She is a great blogger. I've met her kind of through beginning this YouTube journey of mine. And this book is great if you are someone new who's trying to break into the entertainment industry, if you've just finished school but you don't really know how to start. It's all about helping you find, apply, and get those jobs in the film industry. Her book is loaded with so many great samples of resumes and cover letters. It's a very quick read, and I would definitely say it's a beginner's book. So if this book sounds like something you're interested in, I will leave my affiliate link down below in the description for you guys to go check it out. Amy is also just a really great person. She has great advice on her blog, so you can go check that out as well. You can just click on that link and you'll see where her blog is. So now here are my 5 networking tips. Some networking events I want you guys to picture and keep in mind while I'm giving you guys these 5 tips are networking events put on by your university for current students or alums, networking events put on by your company, film festivals, conventions, film screenings. There are a lot of different kinds of networking events, and so those are just a few that I want you guys to kind of picture in your mind while I'm talking about my 5 tips. So my first tip is the buddy system, okay? Go with a friend. Going with a friend is my favorite thing to do and the thing that makes me feel really comfortable, and I found that you meet a lot more people when you go with a friend because you introduce your friend to the people you know, your friend introduces you to the people that they know, and you end up just walking out meeting a lot more people than you would if you were to just go alone. Also, what's really great about the buddy system is that it avoids that moment of when you're just standing there alone in a networking event and you don't know who to approach. So let's just say you go to this networking event with your friend, you start talking together, you meet other people, and then throughout the night you guys kind of break off and separate and talk to some new people that you've never met before. And then let's say your conversation ends or that person has to, deal with something on the phone or whatever, and now you're just standing there alone, right? If you were to have gone alone, it's harder to then kind of jump into a new conversation, and you can feel just really awkward, right? And you might not know what to do, so you might be just kind of like, should I look at my phone and look like I'm busy? You might be, maybe now is a good time to leave. But if you go with a friend, that is the moment where you then go over to your friend and your friend will introduce you to the person that they're talking to. And then you can just go right back into it of meeting someone new. If you go with someone who knows a lot more people at that event, that can be really helpful, but you don't need to. You can both just go together and you might not know anyone there, but just going together can really help you. It can be a safety net, especially if you're someone who's a little bit shyer and has trouble kind of approaching strangers. And so then my second tip is being prepared and looking at the part. I really believe that if you look good, you feel good, okay? So do your research ahead of time, see what kind of attire you should be wearing. Is it very casual? Is it a very formal event? Or is it more of like a business casual type of event? Do your research and find that out so that way you look the part when you arrive. Also bring business cards, okay? Be prepared because you will be asked for your business card, and that is a good thing. So definitely have business cards with you. I keep mine in a nice little silver case. You can create a very simple business card that might just say filmmaker on it. You don't have to be super specific, but it's great to just have your contact info on that card. Having a business card and dressing the part can really help you. It can give you that confidence boost that you need, and you'll just come off as a lot more confident and approachable. And so moving on to my third tip, what do you do when you don't have a friend to go with you to this networking event? Should you still go? And the answer is yes, you should, but it's a lot easier to go to events alone when they are surrounded by an event. And what I mean by that is if it's a movie screening or if it's a film festival. The reason is you go into this movie theater, you watch a movie, and then when you come out and it's the social hour, now you have something in common with every single person that's there. And it opens the door for a very very easy conversation starter, which is, what did you think of the movie? Or do you make movies too, right? So it's a lot easier to talk to strangers when you've all just watched a movie and now you all want to talk about it together. And so if you're going to an event alone, I really highly recommend picking those types of events because it can be a lot easier to talk to people in that way rather than just going to a cocktail hour where you don't know anyone, there's no sort of event. It can be really hard to just approach people randomly and you might not know where to start the conversation. So if you've just watched a movie with these people, it's a lot easier to then start a conversation with a stranger about the movie you just saw. And so my fourth tip is not at any of these networking events, it's actually online, okay? So networking through social media. The reason why I love networking through social media is that it's on your own time. Rather than a networking event that's at a very set specific time at a specific place, networking online can be at any time you choose. And online networking is also just, of course, really great for people who have a tough time approaching strangers in person. Sometimes approaching them in a message is a lot easier, or commenting on their stuff, so that way when you meet them in person, it feels just a little bit less scary. Places where you can go to network online is basically just every single social media platform, whether it's Facebook groups, you know, commenting or DMing people on Instagram and Twitter, even just YouTube. I've met people through YouTube. And so just kind of explore the online world and network. And so then my fifth networking tip I have for you guys is, don't approach it as networking. Think of it as you're going to make friends, okay? You want to make friends with people who have a common interest with you. If you're not really clicking with someone, if you don't really like their personality, move on, find someone else. Even if that person has a lot of power, if they have a lot of good connections, if you're not clicking, if you don't really like their personality, don't worry about it. Move on and network with other people, okay? Do not get stuck in thinking that you need to network with every single person. You need to get every single person's business card. Do not get into that. And honestly, the connections that help you out the most are the ones that are your friends, okay? So do not think of it as networking. Think of it as just going to make some friends. I think that really helps me. It makes me feel a lot calmer. It makes me realize that, you know, I don't need to be the best friends with this super powerful person because I might not really click with them very well. I might actually click a lot better with someone else over here. These are good networking tips that I think are good for any industry. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I make new videos every single Thursday, and then hit that bell so you're notified every single time I make a new video. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.